Alright guys, we are going to check out this red dot sight by Sightmark today. It is their Ultra Shot M-Spec Pro. This is to go up on a rifle or a shotgun. Pull her out, take a second to look at her, see what's in the box. We'll get her mounted up and get to shooting. There's pretty much all the specs you're going to want to know there. It is a multi-dot system, so you'll have a little red dot on there, and then you'll be able to switch the reticle to something else. There's your options right there, actually. Little dot, or the circle with the dot in it. It looks pretty robust made. Of course, we'll get a better look at it when she comes out. You got that little sunshade roof that hangs over there, so that'll help with like keeping the sun out of it and in your eyes and whatnot. It does have motion sensing, so you can operate it manually on off, or you can let it shut off on its own, and as soon as you touch it, pick it up, what have you, it'll kick back on for you if you have it set up that way. It looks like it has a low battery indicator. And it does have some sort of a quick release system on it, so you can pop her off real quick in a hurry. If anything was to happen to it, batteries die in the field or whatever, you can just pop her off and use your iron sights or what have you. That said, this is already designed to co-witness with your standard height AR sights, but you can yank it off there real quick if you want to get it out of the way. Alright, let's pop her open and see what we got in here. And please excuse the dirty fingers. I've been out here shooting all day and picking up brass out of the dirt and stuff, so my hands are dirty. But let's see what she comes with here. So we got a little wrench there, we got our screen wipe. Comes in this little foam padded zipper case there. With it mounted up and not in use, you can slip this back over it. There's your user's manual and what have you. It says visit their website for warranty information. Okay, we got nice collar instructions. What else we got in here? Just showing you some extra products they make there, which I hope to have some more Sightmark stuff coming up in the near future. And there she is there. Get this box out of the way. And I ain't gonna lie to you, that's kind of a big boy, but it'll give you a nice big window there, good field of view. So that's what you're looking at there. And somewhat later in the video, I will get some images of the reticles for you guys the best I can through camera. It always looks better in person. But that's everything there. Interesting looking unit. Looks like the battery comes probably pre-installed. You got to pull this thing out. Yeah, that keeps it from drawing any power while it's in storage, so we got that removed. Screw it back in there. Anyways, I'm going to get this mounted up. 1 MOA per click. See if I can get audible clicks for you guys or anything. Clearly marked how to adjust for windage and elevation. You got your little stopper there. Okay, cool. That's got a little like safety switch on it, so you can't just bump it. You gotta purposely pull that back, and then you can flip it open to take her off real quick. Anyways, I'll get her mounted up there, take her down to the rifle range. I was just packing up to head down to the rifle range, but I discovered a couple more things. First of all, wow, I gotta show you this reticle. It's freaking amazing. I have an astigmatism, and so most red dots without my glasses look really blurry, real starbursty. And then with my glasses, they're manageable for me. Some are better than others. This one is fantastic. It almost looks like I'm looking at a holographic sight, and so I'm gonna have to get it focused and the brightness turned up and all that for you guys. And I've already figured out how to switch the reticles, turn the brightness up and down. But this one by far, yeah, it's not even focused on it. It's so teeny tiny and precise. I'm gonna have to really work with the camera to try and get decent images for you guys. This has the smallest, crispest little red dot I have ever seen, and that includes with the secondary reticle where it puts it inside the circle, and the line on that circle is so very fine and crisp. This was without my glasses. Without my glasses on, I've already made that conclusion, like, wow, this is the nicest looking red dot I've ever seen. And again, it's almost like I'm looking through a holographic. It just looks different. I was a little skeptical because, you know, this is a little more pricey than some of the other stuff, and I'm like, well, it's just it's going to be an expensive red dot, but man, there's a huge difference. I don't know how they did it, but with my astigmatism at least, because there's different kinds, it is the best I've ever seen without my glasses on. It looks better than all the ones do with my glasses on, even though I have my glasses off. And then when I put them on, holy crap. This is fantastic. I can't wait to show you. Hopefully the camera will pick it up. But man, this... I just keep going on and on because I've never seen a dot look so good, and the reticle too. It's so fine and crisp. That's going to make, like, I could probably do 500-yard shots with that dot easy, no problem, and further. But I discovered this too. It's got this little rear sunshade here. It's hard to do. It's real easy if you just grab it, you know, with both hands and do it. But it slides out there too. So if you got any sun trying to come in from the back, we've all had that happen where it's glaring on the back side of the screen. That's pretty freaking sweet. I've never seen that before. So this thing has already impressed me, and I haven't even shot with it yet. Amazing. And it goes very, very dim. I'm sure some of the lowest setting or two would probably work with night vision. So it goes very, very dim if you want that, to where you basically can't even see it unless it was dark out. And then it also goes super freaking bright. So this is definitely no issue whatsoever being daytime bright in full sun. But I'm going to try to capture some of that for you guys through the camera real quick. Well, usually I do images, but I forgot I had it on record. But it looks about half that size, and I don't have it turned up all the way, so it goes way, way brighter. Now, it does get bigger and does finally get a little starbursty for me with the brightness all the way up, but it is way, way too bright. Like, you could use it in the freaking salt dune desert where it's all white. It's that bright. So it looks about half that size, and it gets twice as bright as that easily. So I actually got a decent focus on it. But even the camera right now is making it look bigger than what it actually does. But it's, even though it's so small and fine and crisp, it's very easy to see it being that small, because you can turn the brightness up a lot higher than that, and it's still very fine and small and crisp. But because it's so bright, you're like, oh yeah, there it is. Like, you have no issue seeing it whatsoever. Let me get it switched over, and hopefully we get a decently good focus on the other reticle as well. Okay, and yeah, the camera's making it look funny, but you can see how fine and crisp that dot is and the lines, and it's, at least for me, I'm not sure what it'll look like once I put it up on my editor and all that, but I'm seeing some like blurring around the edges right now through the camera. So it looks way better than that. It also looks discolored. It looks kind of orange and yellow and red all at the same time. But even though the camera is making it look absolutely terrible right now compared to what it actually looks like, it still looks pretty dang good, at least from what I'm seeing. So yeah, better than what I can get captured with the camera here. Real nice fine ring and center dot and all that. And again, there's no blurring, there's no fuzziness. Everything's very fine and crisp. And that's with me having an astigmatism. This is the best reticle and dot, whether you have just the dot or the reticle, I've seen yet personally with my astigmatism. So I am loving this thing already. Stay tuned though, because I'm going to have some images for you down at the rifle range as well. Alright, there she is mounted up on my 16-inch carbine. I think it looks pretty good up on there. Alright, taking a 50-yard sighter shot down here. This is what we're aiming for. So we were a little bit low there, but way off to the right, so I'm going to give it some adjustments here. And these did make an audible click, but it's a little hard to hear on camera. They are subtle though, so they're not super loud. And kind of like little cam lobes, you can feel it lump over with each click as well. Finished the zero off camera because my camera just would not stop moving, plus the target was busy with birdshot. Coming down to my 16-inch gong there at 300 yards. Obviously, I was not the only marksman down here, so let me zoom in on all those for you real quick. So as you can see there, other than that last shot, which I clearly flung, I was grouping pretty tight down there, about a fist-sized group, 300 yards, even with the distraction of the guy next to me. You know, I wasn't exactly taking my time either. So yeah, that nice fine crisp dot lets you be pretty precise down there. If you put some clay pigeons up down there, I could hit those for sure with that little fine crisp red dot on this thing. Same 300 yards, same gun, same optic. I just wanted you guys to see that I was doing this. We did not switch rifles or optics. And that second shot was unintentional. And I just wanted to show you guys the lock and quick release mechanism works really well. I'm able to do it one-handed. Alright, so let's give you a little bit of an idea of kind of what you're looking at down on the rifle range, but again, it looks so much better in person. For one, I had to hold the camera about 2 feet back from the optic and then zoom in towards it to get these images as best as I possibly could. But again, the reticle is even more fine and crisp. The dot, the ring, there's none of that yellow, there's none of that orange, there's none of that haziness, none of that blurriness. It's just super fine and crisp, very bright, vibrant red. Of course, you can turn the brightness up or down to your liking. But this is the 100-yard mound down here. And then I wanted to highlight here, there's a half-scale silhouette off to the side there, just for kind of a reference. But again, it looks, the dot looks smaller in person, finer, more crisp. And then here's the 300-yard mound clear out here. Once again, remembering the dot looks a little bit smaller than that in person. And then I just zoomed in a little bit here to give you kind of a little bit better size reference. But again, that dot does appear a little bit smaller in real life than what I could manage with my camera here, with it not perfectly focusing in on the dot and the reticle. Again, it's actually a very bright, vibrant red, not what you're seeing on the camera here, and much more fine and crisp. But yeah, if you guys couldn't tell, I absolutely love this thing. Best, most crisp dot reticle I've ever seen with my astigmatism. Just about, if not the best field of view window there. Again, it's a pretty big unit, so great field of view on it. I made those 300-yard shots easy. Like I said in the beginning of this video, I could lay in these shots at 500 yards on a torso target, no problem, because that dot is so fine and crisp. So again, if you want to check it out, there'll be a link in the description for any of the other products I use in my videos. There's links under the video for all that. Sometimes these manufacturers give me discounts for you guys, so make sure you check on that next to the link. And for products I cannot link to here on YouTube, make sure you check out my campsite page, which is also linked under the video or in the About section. But thanks for stopping by and checking this one out today, guys. I really appreciate it. If any of you have experience with Sightmark products, leave me a comment down below. Let me know. Tell me what you think, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.